So you're moving to the Sacramento area and you're wondering what some of those best suburbs are to live in Sacramento, California? There are a few suburbs on our list that keep coming up as some of our clients' favorite areas every time we go and check them out. So if you're wanting to know what some of the best suburbs are in Sacramento, California, then stick around because we're getting after it right now. What is up, everybody? Lance Dengate with L2 Home Group in the greater Sacramento area, and on this channel we create videos every day about what it's like to work, eat, sleep, live, play, and everything you need to know about living in Sacramento. If that's the information that you want, make sure that you tap that subscribe button and hit that bell. That way you're notified every time we drop a new video. We have so many people calling us who are moving or relocating here, and we absolutely love helping each and every one of them. If you're thinking about moving or relocating anywhere in Northern California, make sure that you give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Days, nights, or weekends, we got your back. Moving to Sacramento, California. In today's video, we are talking all about the top 6 suburbs near Sacramento and a little bit about each of those areas and what makes them land on our top 6 list. Now, when you look at the greater Sacramento area, you have the Sacramento River that runs north and south along Interstate 5, which is your western border for the Sacramento area. Then you have the main highway that runs from west to east through the middle of Sacramento, and that's Highway 80, and that takes you up towards Lake Tahoe. In Sacramento, you have the main downtown and midtown areas that are going to be your typical city home. It's very dense, very close together, with a lot of these homes being built as early as the 1900s. Now, the further outside of downtown that you get, you start to get more of that suburban feel or that neighborhood feel. A lot of these areas outside of Sacramento are probably areas that you've never heard of, and I'm going to be discussing the top suburbs that are becoming more and more popular with the people that we're helping relocate or move to our area. The last one especially is one that's getting the most attention from our buyers relocating to the area. The first one that we're going to talk about on our list is Folsom, California. Folsom is about a 30-minute drive from Sacramento, and it's one of our top communities that people relocating here are wanting to look at. Folsom is pretty large and has massively expanded over the last 10 years as the demand for the city has increased. On several different lists, Folsom usually ranks among some of the top cities to live in the state of California. Now, the city does offer more of a large suburban feel that has a mix of single-family, condos, and townhomes, and now they're massively building a new construction community called Folsom Ranch that's located just south of Highway 50. Folsom has so much to offer that it's hard to just keep it to a few things. One of the main highlights of the city is that there are a lot of fun water sports and outdoor activities that you can do directly located within the city limits. Folsom Lake is a great area for boating, wakeboarding, and other types of water sports. Folsom Lake feeds into a smaller lake, which is Lake Natoma, and that one can be a little bit more mellow if you want to take your family out to go paddleboarding or kayaking, and you're not having to deal with the wake caused by all the different motorboats that are out at Folsom Lake. Our family loves to go out to Lake Natoma and grab some snacks and some sandwiches and go out and go paddleboarding. Now, around both Folsom Lake and Lake Natoma, there's a great access to amazing running, walking, and hiking trails that are close and right on the water. There are even some parts of Lake Natoma where you can get off the river and you can head up to Sutter Street. One of my favorite things to do is to go down to Sutter Street and to check out all the amazing restaurants and shops that they have down there. Sutter Street in Folsom just has a really awesome vibe, and they have a ton of different restaurants and bars, and it's just a really cool place to go check it out on a Friday or Saturday night. Some of our favorite restaurants to go check out on Sutter Street is Sutter Street Steakhouse or Plank Craft Kitchen and Bar that just opened up this past 2022. And if you're looking for a little nightlife in Folsom, then Sutter Street is usually the place that you go with several different options to grab a drink or some beers with your buddies. Folsom usually will always do some pretty cool events throughout the year, with a few of the highlights being the Folsom Pro Rodeo for 4th of July and the ice rink at the other end of Sutter Street during the holidays. So if you decide to live in Folsom, you don't have to drive super far for amazing shopping, restaurants, or fun recreation, and you're still about 30 to 35 minutes away from downtown Sacramento. A big draw to Folsom is that a majority of their schools from elementary all the way up to high school are highly rated in some of the top districts in the state. Some of the main employers include different local hospital systems like Kaiser Permanente or Sutter Health. You have Intel, and then you have other tech companies that have come to the area in the recent years. The second suburb that is an up-and-comer on our list is El Dorado Hills. El Dorado Hills is a little further east up Highway 50, and some people have coined it as the little brother of Folsom. El Dorado Hills is about a 40 to 45 minute drive from downtown Sacramento, and it's a super nice community that has some beautiful views and is very close to nature. There are a ton of things to do when you live in El Dorado Hills. Being at the base of the foothills, it provides you with access to a lot of hiking, mountain biking, and other outdoor activities. You're a little closer of a drive up to Lake Tahoe, which puts the drive at about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. El Dorado Hills is anchored by the El Dorado Hills Town Center, which is like its own little town within a town. There's so much to do at that shopping center that you literally never have to leave. I'm usually not a big fan of these super town shopping centers, but when you have one like this, where you can get everything done that you need to, it makes shopping super easy. You can knock out all of your errands, you can do your grocery shopping, you can check out a movie, and you can even grab a bite to eat at some of the excellent restaurants. One of the awesome things about El Dorado Hills is that it's not too much farther away from Folsom, and it can give you a little bit more bang for your buck when it comes to looking for a home. It sits a little bit higher up than Folsom, so in some of the neighborhoods you can have awesome views over the entire Sacramento Valley, or in some of the neighborhoods you can even see Folsom Lake. So if you're looking for something where you can be close to nature, have all the outdoor activities that you want, and still not be too far away from excellent shopping and food, then El Dorado Hills is definitely the place that you're going to want to be. Third on our list is Lincoln, California. Now Lincoln is also about 45 minutes north of Sacramento, and it's located just past Rocklin in between Auburn and Sheridan. Lincoln definitely gives you that smaller town country vibe with many fun things to do. Lincoln has a mix of a master plan communities and single family homes that start as early as the 1900s, and some of the main communities are Lincoln Crossing, 12 Bridges, Sun City, Lincoln, and the luxury home community of Catavadera. Catavadera is a gated community with great views of the foothills in the Sacramento Valley, and it has a semi-private golf course. 12 Bridges, Sun City, and Lincoln Crossing were primarily built between 2000 and 2008, but Lincoln's new home construction has just picked back up in the last few years, with more new homes being built towards some of the open spaces in Lincoln. There is a wide variety of home styles and types in Lincoln. You can find older ranch-style homes with horse properties all the way to newer subdivisions with awesome parks built right into the subdivision. With Lincoln having a much smaller town vibe and feel, they do have 4 amazing golf courses. There is the semi-private golf course at Catavadera, which is primarily private except for public times on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. There's also 3 additional golf courses that are open to the public. 2 of the courses are located at Sun City Del Webb community in Lincoln, and the 4th is located off of Highway 193 at Turkey Creek. They're building a bunch of new homes out there and an additional 55 plus community at Esplanade. Every year Lincoln does an awesome 4th of July fireworks show. They have a 4th of July parade that goes to the downtown in the morning. They also have a AAA baseball team that plays at McBean Park. And during Christmas time, Santa visits all the Lincoln neighborhoods on a fire truck, and they also have another Christmas parade throughout the downtown area. One of the things that I love about Lincoln is it's super close to the Placer Wine and Ale Trail, which is a mix of a bunch of different local wineries and craft breweries that have popped up in the last 5 to 10 years. Out on Weiss Road, you have Goat House Brewery, Dueling Dogs Brewery, and Hillenbrand Brewery. You also have Rancho Roble Vineyards and the award-winning Weiss Villa Winery. And that's just a small percentage of what's out there. You can spend the entire day traveling some of the back roads between Auburn and Lincoln and not even come close to hitting all of the different breweries and vineyards out there. With Lincoln being a 45-minute drive from downtown Sacramento, you can definitely stretch your budget a lot farther than some of the areas closer to Sacramento and get a little bit more bang for your buck. Lincoln does have everything that you need, but keep in mind that if you don't want to be 45 minutes away from downtown Sacramento, this may not be the best fit for you. Number 4 on our list of top suburbs of Sacramento is Rocklin. Rocklin is about 30 minutes outside of Sacramento and is located between Lincoln and Roseville. Rocklin is a part of Placer County, and it's definitely one of those towns that doesn't get enough credit because people just don't know about it when they're considering moving to the Sacramento area. Rocklin is located between Highway 65 and Highway 80, which allows you to get to downtown Sacramento a little bit easier than, let's say, Lincoln or El Dorado Hills, and Rocklin is known for its close-knit community and awesome school districts. Rocklin is split into an East Rocklin and a West Rocklin, with East Rocklin having that much more original, older, and more established neighborhood feel, with bigger lots, and the houses are a little bit more spaced between them, and some of them even have RV parking and pool-sized lots. In West Rocklin, you definitely have that newer construction, newer community feel, with some of these homes being a little bit closer together, and a majority of the community being built up around Whitney Ranch, Whitney High School, and the Whitney Oaks Golf Course. Rocklin is an awesome city with many different awesome parks and walking trails. Rocklin has over 36 developed parks and over 200 plus acres of open space for the community. One of the mega parks that our family loves to check out is Johnson Springview Park, or JSP as we call it. There is always something going on at this park. This park has a splash pad, a dog park, an 18-hole disc golf course, tennis courts, a playground, a skate park, an outdoor roller hockey rink, and they're adding a BMX jump bike course. There are also some baseball fields and softball fields that are close by to the park. I used to come here all the time with some of my buddies when we were younger to play disc golf, but now our daughter primarily goes there for her cross-country practice on Saturdays. Now, if you're wanting to check out some awesome restaurant options in Rocklin, you can check out our video here, which is our top 5 favorite restaurants that we love to visit in Rocklin. Rocklin also has something that a lot of places don't have, which is an awesome outdoor adventure park called Quarry Park. We took our family to Quarry Park for one of our daughter's birthdays, and they all had a blast doing the different ropes courses, zip lines, and rock climbing walls that they put down in this like giant quarry. It's really an awesome place to check out and take your family, and it's fun for everybody. 5th on our list of Sacramento suburbs to check out is Roseville, California. Roseville is a 25-minute drive outside of Sacramento, and it borders Granite Bay, Rocklin, and parts of Sacramento County. Roseville is the largest city in Placer County, and it's constantly growing with tons of new builds that are getting thrown up in West Roseville. Roseville, like Rocklin, is broken up into 3 different areas divided by their zip codes. You have Central Roseville, East Roseville, and West Roseville. In Roseville, you'll find a wide variety of houses, from new builds in West Roseville to older, more established homes in Central Roseville, to some higher-end luxury homes and some gated communities in East Roseville along Sierra College Boulevard. Roseville is a major shopping destination that has the Westfield Galleria Mall with tons of major shopping retailers, as well as a boutique outdoor shopping center across the street at the Fountains. Now, within the city limits of Roseville, there are 5 amazing golf courses, and if you want to get more information about those courses, you can check them out in our video here. The city does do a ton of awesome events in the downtown area of Vernon Square, such as the annual Turkey Trot event around Thanksgiving, summer concerts on the square, Friday night flicks in the spring, and different themed 5K runs throughout the year at downtown Roseville. Downtown Roseville is definitely going to be that place to be that you're going to want to check out if you're looking for a little bit of a nightlife. On Main Street in downtown Roseville, you can walk to 4 or 5 different bars and grab those beers with your buddies. Roseville also has a ton of awesome restaurants and excellent dining. We love grabbing a bite to eat at Makuni Sushi at either of their 2 locations in Roseville, or if we're going to do a happy hour for some beers, we go over to Eureka. If you want to check out some of the best neighborhoods in Roseville, or if you want to check out what some of our favorite restaurants in Roseville, the links to both of those videos are going to be down in the description below. Now, before we get into our last video, if you're liking this video, go ahead and give us a like, give us that thumbs up, and comment down below about what else you would like to see or want us to cover about living or moving to Sacramento. Last but definitely not least on our list is Granite Bay, California. Granite Bay is located between Folsom and Roseville and is next to the beautiful Folsom Lake. Granite Bay is an awesome community that a lot of people don't know about when they're relocating to Sacramento. Granite Bay is part of unincorporated Placer County, and it can be known for its upscale living, but there's still a ton of variety as it relates to single-family homes to look at when you're here. Along with Folsom, the school district is among some of the top school districts in the state of California, and you can check out exactly what those school rankings are at greatschools.org and make the decision that's right for you and your family. Many of the communities in Granite Bay are gated communities with lavish houses on large lots, but Granite Bay does have some awesome non-gated communities that are very nice, such as Tree Lake Village, Douglas Ranch, and Shelbourne Estates, to name a few. One of my favorite communities in Granite Bay is called Lake Ridge out by Folsom Lake. I remember taking a client out there, and there are these 2 streets at the top of the hill, and from most of the houses on those 2 streets, you either have a killer view of Folsom Lake or you can see the entire Sacramento Valley. Granite Bay also has a few hidden gems when it comes to restaurants, and if you're in the area, we recommend checking out Farmhouse, Viano Trattoria, Hawks, or even grabbing a sandwich and some beers at the original Beach Hut Deli out by the lake. Now, if you're thinking about moving to the greater Sacramento area or any one of these top 6 suburbs that we went over today, that's what we specialize in, is helping people get to know the area and the ins and outs of places that they normally wouldn't know about. So go ahead and reach out so we can hop on that Zoom call, go over some of the areas, and figure out what the best game plan is for you and your family. All you have to do is get here. So go ahead, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us that email, and we have your back moving to Sac.